Alright, this is Calibos, and we are playing Beyond the Skies. I have no idea what we were doing last. I think there's quests. Is there quests in this pack? There we go, quests. So, let's take a minute and kind of work our way through some of this stuff. So, I mean, we don't need some of it. So let's look at what we need for a condenser. So we want, is it a stone or a wooden condenser? Stone condenser. So we need charcoal, blaze, and gunpowder. So charcoal. Okay, that is unfortunate. So now we need gunpowder. Okay, and the reason we only have 32 gunpowder, despite having a lot, and the reason that we were able to make all of the ender chests everywhere, is this fancy thing here. So if I put 5 blaze powder in it, it gave me a blaze rod. And how do we make blaze powder? Well, we put stuff in here. Say that. We did this. And then we did this. Oh yeah, it's entirely possible that I have turned off many of the sounds to avoid having to listen to, Nutcracker over there. Ta-da! Enjoy our blaze powder. So, we need to make alchemical stuff, which is charcoal, gunpowder, and blaze powder. So we want, and it's 335. This has 600, so we're good. So I've already forgotten what it is. It's 3 gunpowder, 2 blaze, and a charcoal. So, there's that. And now we have Primus alchemical dust, which we need to make this stone condenser. Stone condenser, because we need that. We need that. We do that. We do that. Now we have this. So it also needs to go in a sky resources frame. So we'll make a stone gear. Oops. Stone casing. Can be any one of these. So now we have this. So now we have the condenser. So there's actually a super giant setup for this that you can make. For example, if you want to make iron, let's see if we can, yeah. So we need to make iron alchemical ore dust, which we need an alchemical fusion table, which requires, yeah, this gets a little crazy. Which requires that, which requires that. Okay. So we need some wood. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have that. So this gives us an alchemical fusion table. And I don't actually remember how to use these off the top of my head, but it's pretty crazy. So if we want iron, for example, we need to put use blaze, or use the dust, put in blaze powder and some rotten flesh. So let's look in here for rotten flesh. Then we have some blaze powder, so we need to put that in here. So is it 1 or 2? So 1 rotten flesh, 2 blaze. So 1 rotten flesh and 2 blaze. And it starts to do stuff. Now we only have a 75% efficiency, so you'll notice it didn't quite get there. It's 75% there. So now if we put in more, now it finishes and it has about, it'll go about halfway here. Oops. So now it'll go to about here. And then we do 1, 1, 2, and then we go to about full. So now we have this, and you're like, holy crap, that was crazy, right? So now we take cooked stone, and there's a more complicated setup you can do for this, but if you put cooked stone on top, and then you put this in here, and you can see it's working because it's like smoking and weird stuff. Give it a shot. You're basically waiting for this. So 80% speed, but it has 100% efficiency. So each one of these gives you 1. And then, boom, ore. That annoying process is how you make ore in, you know, this mod. It's super exciting. Exciting is the word that I'm going to use. If it's the way that you have to do it, you can. And it's not as bad as all that if that's the only choice you have. But I'm here to tell you if there's other ways to do it, it's probably easier. Because, I mean, with that, well, like, once you automate it, it can be done. But I like this. And see, you know, all of these pools are topped off. This one is topping itself off. You know, and when those are all full, and that's producing ore every 7 seconds. And you can set up like hoppers and stuff like that, block placers and whatnot to make this do whatever. And I recommend if you do have to do these, set up one of these for each type of ore. So if there are, you know, you'll go in here and you'll go ore. So set one up for gold, iron, lapis, diamond, redstone, emerald, you know, any one that it makes, set up an individual one. Copper, silver, you know, just a new setup for all of them. Because it leaves a little bit here, and it's just easier to, you know, just make a new automated setup, and then you can automatically pump stuff into these fusion tables and pull this out, you know, with stuff, and automatically fill it with this. So just, yeah, one for each, you know, set up your little fusion setup for each one. Just have it automatically feed through. You can set up a smooth stone generator, kind of like what we have over here, the block placer, and then just have this sealed in so the block doesn't go anywhere, and then something that picks it up, you know. Because why wouldn't you? You can do it with flowing water. There's so many ways to make it work. Just automate it. and life will be easier. Okay, sorry, I rant. Well, that gives us buckets. Lava generation, so we need a crucible. So we need one of these crucibles, which is just bricks. Let's see, how many bricks do we have in here? Bricks, we have 3. Let's see how many bricks we have here. Oh, look, we have clay somewhere. We pop these through. So while we're waiting on this, let's go ahead and we need plant matter. Plant matter is fairly simple to make. So if we go ahead and, I don't know, give me that. We grab some leaves and we do this. Boom, plant matter. So this acts as bone meal, and that's very cool. On top of that, if you smelt it, it gives you charcoal, which you probably were not expecting. You can make it into dehydrated cactus. You can make it into dirt. It's not bad stuff. Technically, this is a little bit easier, faster anyway. Cheaper? It's cheaper in some ways. Than doing it, you know, with just leaves in the buckets. So with the snowball, you can make slimes. With slimes, you can make sap. The sap gives you rubber. So if you have 4 sap and an alchemical infusion, you can use it on a spruce sapling and get a rubber sapling. So I've never actually used this. It must be a table, like a work table, that does the same thing as these. But yeah, there's this whole chain of vents you can follow to get the things. Where'd you come from? You didn't go mess with Stan over there, did you? Let's look at... No. Oh, right. Oop, that's my bad. My bad. I hope the villager's still in here. Good. Because we got rid of this and I just forgot to make it. Get over here. I need to set up some automated defenses just to deal with these guys. I do. And a sleep charm. So again, if you ever had any questions to why I have so many ender pearls, so very many ender pearls. Let's toss that, toss that, toss that, toss that, toss that, then that. Pull these out, toss them in there. Buckets. Grab this. So that should give us our crucible, which completes the quest. And that gives us lava buckets, it looks like. What? Oh, it needs a blaze powder block. Sure. So let's grab the blaze powder. So this. So the reason it wants this is if you put the blaze powder block in the brick crucible that we just made, it just instantly, well, not instant, I don't remember if it's instantly, but yeah, so it melts into lava over a torch. We would rather use cobble. Now that we have done this, I'm just going to chuck it over the edge. So Botania also has a blaze thing called a blaze lamp. So if we were playing Garden of Glass, like we needed to go through Botania to start up, we would make a blaze lamp, which is 9 blaze powder, and that gives us the blaze mesh. And then we'd place that near the pure daisy, and it would turn into obsidian. And that's how you get to the nether. Typically, Garden of Glass does very badly in skyblock nethers because you need to be able to... I mean, it's not super bad, it's just you really don't want it to do that. Because you need to be able to get netherrack and soul sand, and that's actually where you get your first gravel. Because once you have gravel in Garden of Glass, which is the Botania start again, you can make more. You just can't make it without that first piece, which you have to get from the nether. So let's chuck these in there. Oh, look, more ender pearls. That's crazy talk. We're going to chuck that in there. I just watched somebody blow up half their base with that, and I would like not to do that. You know, just as a thing. Builder's one. Okay, so this is only charged. So if we like pull out one of these swapping wands, see they charge because they're in our inventory. So we no longer need torches, we can just use illumination wands, and it will always be charged everywhere in every dimension. So yeah, very cool stuff. I believe that these work similar to the Better Builders wands. They just use power. So fancy, huh? But ta-da! Light. Anyway, so now this is a mob fan from Mob Grinding Utilities. Mob Grinding Utilities is, it's actually super great. Most of it doesn't require power, but some of it does. It's fairly customizable as far as where you want to be, how you want to set it up. So we want Mob Grinding Utilities. So this is every single thing in that mod. These are really cool. These will kill mobs, but not like drop player kill loot. This is, if you set it up, any mob that touches it, it will count as if a player killed it. Now you can, weird. You can use fans then to like blow mobs into it, so you can have a larger spawn area. So you have an absorption hopper which picks up stuff. So you can see the absorption radius upgrade. You can use make this, and it's fairly simple. And it has a 7-block radius, 7 by 7 by 7. So it's actually like a 7-block radius. And each one of these upgrades, you can increase the radius modifier by 1, so up to 13, which is a huge area. It's pretty much most of a chunk. Let's see, 13 radius. That's actually like a chunk and a little bit, so it's huge. I have no idea what the singularity tank is, but I'm going to guess that is probably for holding like XP. And this, is drain you stand on. I'm guessing XP tap. This is a Wither Boss Death Muffler. So that horrible noise that withers make, that shuts that off. This does the same thing for the Ender Dragon, which is very cool. Dark Oak Stone, and they said it couldn't be done. I have no idea what that means. Entity Conveyor. So this spawns mobs, but moves them. Kind of like a conveyor belt. You can use this to get, it's a Q-tip to collect DNA from mobs. I don't want to know, that sounds crazy. So this keeps Enderman from teleporting for up to 8 blocks away. So that's pretty fancy. That's actually really fancy. So this gives beheading. So all of these upgrades, you have mob fan, height, width, height, distance, because they have like a maximum distance of like 7 or something like that. So this can make it 17. This is more damage because it does specific damage. This is looting, so you can have extra chance, and I think each +1 gives you a 10% chance to set stuff on fire. This is smiting, it does extra damage to undead. This is specifically, it kills spiders faster. This gives you a better chance of heads. So yeah, this is a really solid mod. It's not super difficult to make either. So let's look at this. So this, ta-da, we now have a mob fan. This you can place down here. Now we need a lever. And we'll basically pop this on here. You can see it's got the nice GUI, and it shows the interface. We turn it on, and it blows the Enderman off the edge. Now be super careful, because it also affects players. They place at, facing you, so you would have to go into the area, face opposite the direction you want it to look, and then place it down. I do believe you can turn them with wrenches, but that's that. Oh, look, we got some iron. That it's a very effective thing. So let's make a mob masher really quick. So 2 iron swords, some iron spikes. Iron spikes are pretty simple to build. We need iron swords. So a mob masher requires 2 sets of these and 2 swords. So that's going to be 1 block of iron and 2 swords. And this is going to be 6 more swords and 2 more blocks of iron. So a total of 9 swords and 3 blocks of iron. Let's see if we can chuck this in here. There we go. I think we have a little bit of iron, guys. That would be, yeah, a little bit of iron. So let's see if we have a hopper in here. That is not a hopper. Right, so I guess that's going to have to wait till next time. But we're just going to grind through. Ha ha ha. Ooh, free absorption hopper. So apparently this mob masher only needs redstone to work, so you can just make a lever. So early game, apparently, I mean, if you think about it, it's going to require 18 iron just for the swords, and then another 27 iron for the 3 iron blocks. 3 diamonds and some redstone, 9 redstone. So it's not exactly cheap, but it will certainly get you, some kills. So yeah, I think that's pretty much a good place to stop for the moment. So if you liked it, leave a like. If you don't like it, don't leave a like. Simple as that. And that will just feed stuff into it and just cook all of that eventually. Because I mean, if you look at how much ore we have here, people. We have some ore. In the time that we spent making that silly hopper and the chest, we've already picked up 3 more iron. We have 213 copper, 201 lead. I mean, oh, the platinum. We need to, well, I'll catch that next episode. We have a quest for it. But anyway, if you liked it, leave a like. If you don't, don't. Simple as that. Questions, comments, and concerns can all go below. Yeah. You want to see something, or you didn't like my explanation, or would like more of an explanation, I can go back over stuff. Just let me know below. Questions are how we learn things. Yep. You folks have a great night. I hope your holidays went well. Bye.